So what is going on, man? I know I streamed earlier, and sorry guys, I'm sorry. I know that was annoying. I'm sorry. Sorry, y'all. I'm just I'm feeling good. Um, I'm feeling good. I I updated my titles. Why aren't they updating? Weird. Um, that's weird. I just want to let you guys know. I absolutely love you guys, man. There's a lot going on. I'm kind of I don't think I don't know how to explain how I feel right now. Like I feel good. I'm a little anxious because I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm excited because I should know what's gonna happen. Um, what? Come on, man. Yeah, it's fine. It's working. You know, like things have been just off the wall, crazy. I'm just, you know, um, as some of you know, I haven't made an announcement yet to people that would probably actually get a lot of likes, but I wanted I wanted to wait until it's a for sure thing. But if you are watching, you're gonna know early. Um, but I did get a job, and I got an even better job, which is crazy. Um, pending my drug screen and my background check, but those are no issue, non-issue. Um, sorry guys, just give me a second. So there's a very small part of me that wants to like, I don't know. It's like there's so much that I'm thinking about. Like I'm excited because I don't know. I'm just you know it's nuts because I start off. I get fired from a job that I absolutely love, a company that I love, and they leave me hanging out to dry, and um what was I gonna say? Yeah, so like you know it's a job I loved, and I'll always speak highly about them, but I'm just, you know, I am a little disappointed because, they kind of left me hanging out there, and yeah, um, it would have been nice if I don't know, but here we are. I'm going to see right now. My mind is just racing because I want to start my new job, and I want to work things out with my girlfriend, ex girlfriend. I don't even know what we are. You know, there's just a lot of stuff I want to do, and I'm excited, man. I haven't had a new job in 9 years, so it's kind of like it's awesome. It's an awesome feeling. Um, because I'm excited to rock and roll, man. I never, I gotta give a shout out to my well, like I said, ex girlfriend, whatever. The person I'm in a relationship with, I'll say that. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. I just was losing track of time for a second. Um, but no, I'm just I want to get into a routine, back into a routine. Um, I'm just like, my mind's anxiety is what gives me energy to do stuff, but it also is my best friend and my worst enemy. When I have it under control, it's awesome. It motivates me. It gets me going. When it loses control, that's when it's like, you know, kind of crazy or whatever. Um, I seen a post that I posted, and it said, I wonder if I can search for it. Let's see. Can you search for a post? I can't. I want to find a post. There was a post where I was excited to hit 6 years, and everybody was congratulating me, and I went through to click on everybody's photos, and everybody is still, to my surprise, is sorry, still connected to me. I almost hit 9 years. Get the boot. Everything 3 days ago, no, 6 days ago, everything in my life came crashing down. Now, I know to some people, it's like, oh man, what are you talking about? But to me, my anxiety spiked and it was just crazy. I didn't know what to do. It was the first time I was struggling with adversity like that without my grandmother. She passed in 2024, August. And I love her to death, man. Um, but sorry, y'all. Sometimes stuff is so dusty here. Sorry, y'all. My OCD, man. When I see something that needs to be wiped down, I gotta wipe it down. Oh. I promise everything's gonna get better here, man. I'm excited. I really am. And um, but yeah, 5 days ago, 6 days ago, everything came crashing down. I spent Christmas alone, and that was just. It's not because nobody loved me. It's just because I was just struggling with a lot of stuff, and I just wanted to be alone. Obviously, there's people who have it worse, but I just wanted to be alone. I had a lot of mixed feelings, mixed emotions. A couple days prior to that, I got in a wreck at work. Nothing too crazy, but I got drug tested, passed the drug test. I was driving an RC cart, and I lost control and hit a rack, and not the not the prettiest thing, but not the worst thing. And that in conjunction with the holidays, and then I was on the phone while on the clock when I should have been cleaning, and of course I was not cleaning, and yeah, and it's my fault. I was it was kind of an urgent matter, but that doesn't matter. I didn't go through the proper procedures, and I messed up. I fucked that up. That's me. And from that point, from within, I don't know, probably didn't take longer than 40 minutes. Some things happened, and I ended up getting terminated. At that moment, I don't even think it's crazy because it's like, oh man, dude, you can always get another job. But when you built so much up and you realize that, oh no, it all comes crashing, all gone. Your vacation, your, everything you built up is destroyed. Everything. Everything you wanted and you built up was gone. And at that very moment, I think I was so shocked I didn't even know what to do. Like the amount of emotions going through me at that time, because I'm sitting down and we're in this room, and she's got she got this maintenance guy just for uh, set a pair of eyes, witness, so I don't say this, oh, you did this, or you beat me up, or you're lying. So um hold up. um it's crazy because at that very moment I'm like, okay, you know um uh oh, so sorry, I'm trying to remember what happened. So she asked me to write this statement, fill out this paper, and basically said, based on what you write will determine how we move forward. And I thought to myself, that sounds like a hunk of crap, because I think you already made the decision. But I thought to myself, should I write it? She gave it to me, and I was like, I don't need to write this. I don't want to write this. And she's like, okay, that's fine. And then we move on to the next step. And again, I know it's my fault, and I did it to myself. You know, and I said, nah, I ain't writing that. Hand back the form. Sorry, guys. I'm just sorry. I apologize. Sorry. I apologize. Um, and I said, I ain't filling that form out. I don't. I mean, I wasn't rude about it. I just said I don't want to fill that out. She said, I think she said something like, okay, well, we got to move to the next step. And I thought to myself, well, for that second, I thought to myself, well, what's the purpose of the form then if you're going to move to the next step anyways? I didn't say that, but I was thinking that. And she said, all right, we're going to move into the next step. And so, and then she said, and I knew it. And I was like, oh no, how's she going to word this? She's like, yeah, so we've decided to separate you. Actually, she's about to say we're going to cut ties, but she didn't. She said, we're going to separate you from the company. And at that very moment, let me tell you, if you ever had, I don't know, 10 different emotions run through you, and you remember that feeling, that's how I felt. It was like shock, sad, angry, mad, regret, a little bit of happy because it's like, oh, there's just a little bit. Because I knew now the routine I had, I wasn't going to have to worry about my hands being busted up every week. And by the way, lotion doesn't solve the problem. It does slow it down, but it if you still want to pick a lot, you're going to have that issue. And gloves don't solve that either. They make the job harder. But all those feelings, and then I felt a little glimmer of happy and relieved. I guess relieved is more better, not necessarily happy. Shocked. I said that. I think I said anger, but that's a secondary feeling. I mean, you know, you usually feel stressed. Feeling stressed makes you feel angry. You know, that sort of deal. Stress was one. Just man, it was so all these emotions, and I didn't even. Oh man, sorry. I'm not getting emotional. It's just I'm thinking about it, and it's one of those things where I'll never forget it, but I don't like thinking about it. And um, so um, I had all these emotions, and she had me sign a paper and date it. I don't even know why I signed that. It don't matter, but and then she's like, you know, do you have stuff that we need to get? And that was like the walk of shame, if you will, or the drive of shame. So we're in this golf cart, and she's with that maintenance guy, and they're just driving me to my equipment that I had that day morning. I only I only was there. This happened all before like 8, I think. So the shift starts at 5, so it happened sometime between like 6:30, like between 7 and 8. Um, but yeah, and went there, and then we went to my locker, and the range of emotions was crazy. I'm actually shocked I didn't. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm more mature, and I know people are gonna laugh at me, but I'm actually shocked I didn't cry. You know, I thought surely if you're at a place for almost 9 years, and you know you see these people every single week, and yeah, more than family. I mean, these people were family. I don't have family down here, so that they were everything. They were everything. They were they were everything. That's crazy to think that. They knew everything about me. My failures, my successes, everything. They knew about my mental health issues. They watched over me for that. And for that very reason, Dollar General, thank you. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you. While I might not, well, I can't even say that. I agree with your decision to get rid of me. The only thing I can say really is I'm mad at myself. But I am not upset at what you guys chose to do. At first, I was. I was making all these justifications, but I told myself, you know what? No, that's not right. I fucked up. I pay the piper. And like I said in the last stream, you know, I had a potato chip resting on my shoulder. I told somebody, I was like, "What's this? What's that?" He's like, "That potato chip? A Pringle?" I said, "No, a potato chip." And said, "It's on my shoulder. Do you know what that means?" They're like, "No." Well, say potato chip on shoulder, and then take away the word potato, and you got what is driving me to do good. And I'm sorry for repeating myself, but I mean, Dollar General was everything. They were everything. You know, now this is even more embarrassing, but I'll admit it anyways. I don't care. You know, I'm 40, and my mindset is, I mean, my mentality is not of a little kid, but it's not of somebody of my age. And I'm working on improving that. I'm working on getting better at that, but it's just not. I don't know if the drugs destroyed that, or I don't know. You know, back in the, I don't know. But I just want to say thank you to DG for being there for me, man. Because at that, when I was looking for a job, so not enough people know this. I graduated in 2011 with a college degree. At that year was the year that my addiction started. So yeah, I was DJing. So I was drinking drugs, Adderall, doing all this, you know, cocaine, whatever, here and there. Not all the time, because I didn't have it all the time. But I got addicted. I was in a car wreck, and if you can see right there, my finger. That might be better. So, yeah, ended up having surgery and everything. Got a rollover car accident. in my small S10 on gravel, overcorrected on the pavement. Had these big ass speakers in the back, and it shifted. Yeah, lucky to be alive. But I'm going to tell this. I don't think I've told this story to really anybody. So in 2011, I graduated college. I moved to Orlando, did an internship from 2010 December to 2011 May 2011. I think it was 2009, was it? I got my rec. November or August, September. I think it was August or September of 2010, or July of 2010. Wait, was it July? August? When was it? I think it was July. But anyways, I got my rollover car accident. So that's when I got in the car accident. They did a skin graft. Had emergency surgery. So from like August to November, I did intensive therapy. And I got on painkillers. And I was on painkillers. And so here I am DJing, drinking. At the time, I think I did some DJ gigs with my arm in a sling. And you know, I was on some pain pills, and nothing stood out at the time. So I think I can't remember what happened. I think I had like a month's supply, and it lasted me for about 5 months. And then 2011 came around, flew home to graduate, to walk at Central Michigan University. In doing so, I went to my doctor, and I remember telling him, I was like, hey, do you mind if I get a strip for my hand, or, you know, for painkillers? And I didn't think much about it. And he made a comment that resonates with me. It's mind-blowing. He says, all right, don't get hooked on these. And at the time, I was like, okay, whatever. Because I had no, you know, I just was like, I didn't think much about it. He gave me the script, got it filled, and I think I went back to Orlando in August. No, this is in May. So like in June, June, went back to Orlando, flew back. And so at that time, let's see. So I stayed in Orlando until May 2012. Then I moved to Miami. I want to point out too, that was the height of my, not the highest, but I was in the middle of my pill addiction, and I actually got an internship, another internship at Rollins College, a college famously known for Austin Rivers went there, or I don't think he went there, but he's from Winter Park. Tiger Woods' ex-wife, Eli Nordegren, she took classes there. Only a few thousand students there, but very expensive. They don't have any sports, whatever, but they have a gym. I did an internship there to graduate. Got an internship at UCF. Now, mind you, this is right when kind of my addiction was kicking off, and I ended up getting fired from that. I was doing a football game, and this lady told me to move or do something, and I said no, and I didn't tell her my name, and I said, who are you? And anyways, at the time, I'll never forget, I don't know why, and this is, you know, like I said, I was not in the right mind frame, but I had my book bag at this football game that I was doing an internship, and I had my computer. It was raining. It destroyed my computer, wet the monitor. This lady comes out, and she says, hey, you need to move. And at the time, I didn't know who it was. And I said, what are you talking about? Don't talk. I said something, and she said, who are you? And I didn't tell her my name. And she said, "Who are you?" I didn't tell her my name. And I'll never forget that. That was on a Saturday. I got asked to go home. Not the head guy, but I forgot his name. But he's like, "All right, go home for the day." I didn't think much about it. I thought, okay, come back on Monday. So this is on a Saturday. I think I showed back up on Monday. So I came back on Monday. They text me something or something, come in on Monday. And they took me in the office and we're going to have to let you go. Now, granted, this was an internship. I wasn't making any money, but I extended my lease for this purpose. So this was like in September, October. So, September, October of 2011. And so I'm kind of like, okay, I just got fired. I'm working at Panera Bread. And at the time, again, I'm DJing, I'm drinking, doing recreational drugs here and there. Not that often. Not minimizing it, but not that often just because I didn't have the means to. I didn't have I had the money, but I just didn't have the means to. And then I was working at Panera Bread, and at the time, taking these pain pills, I started to get hooked on them really bad. And I noticed when I would go to work, I'd be high, almost like a euphoria high. And it was, I'm not saying it was a good feeling because I don't want to glamorize it, but it was almost like if anyone's ever been high, like a euphoria high, that's kind of how it was. It was just, you just felt good. And you felt good to the point where if you would have kept your mouth shut, Tony, people probably wouldn't have thought much. I mean, some people would have, man, what's wrong with that guy? But when you have that euphoria high and you start talking to people, people aren't stupid. And so when you start talking to people and you're not listening to people, but you're talking and you're just happy, go lucky, giddy, and it's just, especially interrupting people. When I learned way later on, that when you are like that, once you start interrupting people and not even listening to what they're saying, that's when people know what's going on. Because people are going to catch on. They're going to be like, that's weird. Why are you, But I ended up, so I kept that job, and then I ended up going to Miami to do an internship with the University of Miami. And I ended up, everything's going good. I did the transfer, and so I worked at that Panera Bread. Now this is where it gets crazy. So at this time, not doing a lot of DJing, doing the internship, but really I started going to Panama City Beach. Well, actually I was going for spring break, but at this time the partying was going crazy. So in the fall I'd do an internship, work for the sports teams. I wasn't making no money other than Panera Bread. So of course my grandma was helping me because there's no way I was afford Miami off that. Doing an internship, or technically it wasn't an internship, it was just kind of working for experience. I never told anybody this, but I used to have a Twitter account, and I used to copy tweets from a specific user. And I also, don't laugh at me, but at that time, I know it was stupid, but at that time I bought a bunch of Twitter followers. And so I had I was following the max amount of people, which I think was 2,000, but I had 68,000 Twitter followers. But they were all bots. Almost all of them are bots. And I was ripping this guy's post off, so I was just copying all of his posts. And so this is really interesting what happened. So Miami had a hard time getting people to come to the men's any games, but especially like women's sports. Now it's different, but at that time they were just, you know, nobody would go to the football games because they were off campus and kids wanted to drink and they couldn't find a way there. And not to mention the women's sports was just nobody, nobody goes to women's sports really anyways, but this was really bad. So I was in marketing, and just to give you an idea on how things were going, they asked me to DJ. Now, mind you, me DJing at the time, I thought I was a good DJ, but I was not what you would call like a radio DJ or a really good DJ. I had a mixer, I had the turntables and everything, but I had a lot of music that I purchased that sounded really good. I don't know if any of you's ever listened to remixes, but it would be like edits and remixes and different songs that would have scratch effects, and it would sound good. And I could scratch a little bit, but nothing like some of these edits and remixes and some of these mashups were like, I bought a lot of music. And so a lot of this stuff was just like crazy good, well put together. People would hear a mashup, be like, man, I never heard of that. And, but anyways, they wanted me to DJ, and what they wanted me is just to kind of play music and hopefully, I think they wanted me to play music thinking that I might bring something to the event. But at the end of the day, I'm just playing music, you could do it. Anybody could do it. Now mind you, I'm, every day I go into work, I'm taking a painkiller. So at the time, it's not exactly causing issues, but it is probably giving some people a red flag because I'm like coming in and I'm happy, and I'm also drinking a Starbucks every morning, and some of my decision making is questionable. And like there was one time when I was told to read this document, follow the instructions, and then do what it said for this form. It was like this marketing page, and like because of what I was doing, um, believe it or not, just simply reading that document and doing it, it was just like I couldn't do it. Just because I was so giddy and so like, I didn't when I would take those painkillers, and I think at the time I was taking like 2. I wasn't up to like 8 in a day or anything like that. But at this time I was probably taking like 4 in a day, maybe 3. But one was still like hitting when I would wake up. And I'm like, okay, I would want to. I felt like, and again, this is me thinking, this is dumb thought, but I felt like if this is making me feel this way, I don't really have any friends. Let me try to like, if I feel this way when I go to work, let me try to talk to people. But mind you, this is an internship. I'm working with other people wearing suits. This isn't the bar. And I'm not trying to treat it like the bar, but this isn't like people that like, you're probably going to go hang out with, It's like someone said, I saw on social media, like surface level. Nothing bad, but it's like, it's not the people you're going to meet when you're at a restaurant, when you're relaxing. This is people you work with. And yeah, maybe you hang out later, maybe not, but it's not a big, it's not like you don't go there with the hopes of, hanging out socially with these people. Well, me, I didn't get that message. And so at the time, I'm like, oh, wake up, brush my teeth, put on my suit, or, button up, pop my painkiller, go get Starbucks. I'm feeling all giddy. And I feel like if I just sit down and do nothing, it's going to waste. So let's talk. And I'm not doing it overboard, but I have a feeling people could tell. Now, mind you about ripping off the tweets. So they found out I could DJ, and they was like, hey, would you like to DJ an event? And I said, well, I mean, I'll bring my stuff and play music. And they was like, okay, that's cool, do that. And at the time, again, they had a hard time getting people to come out to the events. Even the basketball games, which were right on campus, they one of the assistant athletic director, so he's like my boss's boss. He he started following me on Twitter, and they didn't know at the time that I bought followers, and they didn't know at the time that I was ripping tweets off. Um, so, so I mean, if I'm only following, you know, and oh yeah, and something else to know, when I was doing this, the bots started to get eliminated shortly. So over the course of a year or two, I went from like 45,000 followers to like 13,000. I don't remember how fast it went away, but it did. The way it worked at the time is you could only follow so many people based on your follower count, how many people following you. So like if you only have like only a few followers, you can only follow like 2,000 people. If you start getting like people who have like tons of followers, usually those people don't follow a lot of people anyways, but then you can start following more people. But what happened was I had all those followers, so I started following a bunch of people. Then when I lost them all, I still following all these people. So it was really weird. So I could never follow a new person. And it was just like, okay. So they found out, I forgot what happened. They asked me, they was like, hey, Tony, could you make a post on your Twitter account to try to get some people to come to the games? And it's like, I'm thinking to myself, all those people are bots, And even the people that are following me, they're not people who are going to come to the game. It's not like that, I'm not like a professional in the athletic department or anything that has a bunch of people, and it's all either bots or porno people. You know what I'm saying? It's all just people. It's not those type of people. I did not say that. So he I think I said, yeah, I'll see what I can do. And I forgot what transpired, but I did a couple events just playing music for the practice of the Miami Hurricanes. Nothing too crazy. And he wanted, he, um, uh, and he asked me, hey, can you try to see about bringing out some people for these games? And I said, I'll try. Remember, none of these people are going to come to the games. It's not the type of people that followed me. Half the people weren't even real. And so he said, well, I said, okay. But Darren Ravel, that was the guy that I was ripping the tweets off. He would post these food tweets and all these different tweets, and he posted some stuff that was funny, and I copied it. And Chris Freet was the guy I was telling you about who wanted me to bring people out to the games. Chris Freet. So he's like the not top dog, but he's up there. The University of Miami Athletic Department. Mind you, this is back in 2013, so nothing like it is now. He somewhere, I think Darren Ravel called me out. So this is even more embarrassing. Darren Ravel blocked me. And at the time, I couldn't see none of his tweets. But this is what I did. I created a dummy account to just follow him because he had a ton of followers. And I would have that open. This is sad. I had that open on one web browser. And then I would have my other web browser of my regular account. And I would go to copy it from that web browser and then paste it. And so basically a workaround. And this guy, and the guy at the University of Miami, he found out about it. And I'm going to try to remember how he approached me about it. But called me out. Darren Ravel called me out, and I want to say he responded. Chris Freet in the tweet responded to it or something, or found out that I was doing it. And he called me. I forgot how it exactly transpired, but what did he do? I'm trying to remember. but I want to say he called me to the office. What happened? Something. It sounds silly because I don't think I got in trouble for it, but it definitely wasn't a good look. Um, I can't remember how it all transpired. But he said something like, "That's not professional." Man. That's not. You know, that's totally unprofessional. Um, and I said, "Yeah, yeah, you're right." Now, mind you, at the time, I'm taking drugs, I'm partying, but I'm still functioning. I'm still able to do this internship. And I think if he probably wanted to get rid of me at the time because it's kind of, that's, I mean, sounds silly, but I don't think you could fire somebody for that. I mean, he could have if he wanted to, but he didn't. If I remember, I'm gonna remember and tell you guys. I can't remember how it transpired, but it was extremely embarrassing. Um, because they had another one of the associate athletic directors in the room, and it wasn't like a sit down serious thing, but they did. It was like a in the room, and it was like, "Hey, man, that's unprofessional, man. You can't be, that's not right to be doing that." And I said, "Yeah, you're right." Um, Actually, I think he was sitting down and just told me to come into the office, and he told me real quick or something like that. Um, but man, at that time, I was just like, "You want to talk about range of emotions?" Like, I got all these emotions going through me, and um, but anyways, I don't mean to be boring. But so I ended up going through the holidays. I went home. I came back in January, and they had these new people working. I think one of the people, Brandon, he stayed. They had these new people, and I really didn't have a role. And Andrew Goodrich, he was one of the big wigs. One of the actually he was the top dog. I think. Yeah, he was top of the line. He real good guy, real awesome guy. We went for a walk, and he said, "Hey, man, we appreciate all you've done, but we're gonna move forward with new people, new internships, just like you got an opportunity to do one. We're gonna give other people the opportunity." And you know, I knew they didn't want me because they did keep some people. They kept Brandon, and I think I mentioned that. I said, "Wait, Brandon's staying?" They're like, "Yeah, he decided to stay. We're gonna try to find a position for him." And God, explaining this story to you is the first time I've relived it, and I don't like it because it's not only embarrassing, but it's heartbreaking because it lets you know where I'm at, how far I've come, but at that time where I was at, and it was a very awkward walk. We walked out. He told me, and so I walked back in. I think he said, "You can get your stuff. You can finish today, but then if you need a reference or anything, just let us know. We appreciate everything you've done." And I'm like, "Shit." And so I'm like, you know, eh, things are just not going good. And I found out later that the whole internship thing or the whole working thing, I think there was an opening for an actual paid position for something for the similar stuff we were doing, but an actual paid position. And I put two and two together, and I found out later, much later, like probably a year later, a few months later, that that internship was basically like an open interview. They were using that to see who they wanted to choose. But because of my mindset and everything I was doing, of course, they're not going to choose me. So I finished out Miami, and I'm still in Miami, and I'm trying to party and have fun on drugs. Yeah, when I went to Panama City that spring break, though, that was the that was the dopest spring break I've ever done in my life. Shit was absolutely insane. It also was the first spring break where I got introduced. Well, second, but it's the first spring break where I actually started to get, and I'm not glorifying this, but where I actually started to get high on methamphetamine. And so drinking, not so much drinking because I like the feeling of the other drugs. Painkillers, Adderall, every now and then cocaine if it was around. It wasn't that often, Molly if it was around, very not often. But meth, and the guy who did the sound for the hotel, he introduced me to that. And yeah, and so did that, DJ'd, drugs or no drugs. I mean, I was on drugs, but best spring break ever. Best. Had an absolute fucking blast. I loved it. 2014 comes around, and at the time, I think I'm still in. Am I in Miami? Am I in Miami? No, 12, 13. No. So I moved to Gainesville, get a job with the student ticket office, part-time job, hardly any hours. So I'm like, okay. And I'll never forget. I drove from Miami. I was at the peak of my addiction. I drove from Miami to Gainesville to do an interview at Panera Bread, and to meet up to sign some papers to live in a hotel. Live in an apartment. So it was like in July, and I was trying to do all this stuff for upcoming August. So I'm trying to, mind you, at the time, so I'm 29 years old, trying to get a student apartment. I mean, I'm kind of doing an internship. So it's kind of weird, but it's like, I really don't have the money to get my own place. But I come down, and at the time, and I'm not going to get too far into this, but they did a background check, and I forgot what happened. The background check didn't show anything, but I remember so I went to go sign, and I forgot what happened. Maybe it wasn't a background check, but I remember they called me like 5-10 minutes later, and they said, we're not going to move forward and rent to you. And I think they said something like, we don't feel comfortable renting to you, or something like that. And again, probably because I was high, I don't know. My age, I was high. Probably just kind of everything was suspect, you know. And I told them it was almost like, I'm coming here for an internship, or a job. I think I said job, internship, but like, you want to live with students. It would. I'm not. I'm not creepy like that, but I can see now it looked creepy because it's like 29, want to live with students. If I'm if I'm coming here to work, I should be able to afford my, my own place. Why would I be coming? Oh, looking back on it, it's almost like they looked at it as like, man, this guy's like sketchy. Like he's just trying to find a student room to rent, doing some low-level internship or a low-level part-time job. Like, why is he even coming here, But I was trying to, despite all the drugs and all the drinking and partying I was doing, there was a small part, very small part, that of me that was trying to get something full-time in athletics. Definitely not as much as I should have been. Definitely not. No. It was kind of like, yeah, I kind of want something in athletics, and that's where it ended. I wasn't trying. I wasn't reaching out to people. I wasn't developing connections. I wasn't volunteering. I wasn't doing extra work. I was just like, yeah, I want to get something in athletics. So they said, we're not going to rent to you. And I said, oh, shit. Okay. And I think that was, okay, so that was that, I want to say that was, because I remember it was Campus Lodge. And I said, I remember when they called, and it was just like, oh shit. And mind you, at the time I'm high, So it's like it didn't fully hit me. I mean, it did, but it didn't really. I didn't have the right reaction because I'm so like blazed and so like, zoned out. Um, but I end up going to Panera Bread and I say, "Hey, I used to work at the UCF one, uh, or the one in Orlando, the one in Miami. I would like to do a transfer." Now, mind you, the one in Miami was a corporate. This one was a franchise. But like, come on, you can still do transfers and stuff like that. But they had the same red flags. I don't think they understood like why are you moving from city to city to work at Panera Bread. But I told them what else I was doing. I was working student tickets, and I guess they, being 28, 29, they couldn't understand why I didn't have a full time job and really didn't have any work experience. Looking back on it, it almost looks like I've been in jail or something. All the jobs I had were jobs that like didn't require a background check, and but mind you, you know, from 2012 to 2015, I'm DJing. 95% of me wants to DJ and party. 5% of me wants to find a full-time job in athletics. Well, mind you, 90% of me wants to DJ and party. 5% wants to find a full-time job in athletics, and there's another 5% that just wants a full-time job. But other than saying I want a full-time job, that's where the desire ended. So I end up leaving, going back to Miami. And again, my mind's not clear, but I think I told them I drove from Miami. And they probably didn't understand that either. Wow, he drove all the way from Miami just for this. Going back to Miami, they called me from Panera Bread. I can't remember if they called Campus Lodge or what. It almost seemed like they did, but they said, "Yeah, we're gonna move forward in another direction." And I said, "Well, I think I said, well, I work at the one in Miami. Is there?" I think I said, "Is there something I said?" And I'm trying to think how exactly they responded. But they said, "Yeah, we just are not comfortable moving forward. Haven't." I think they said, "We're just not comfortable moving forward with you." Or like, "We have other candidates for the position." And I'm thinking to myself, this is Panera Bread. I mean, come on. And again, my mind's totally. So I'm thinking somewhat clearly, but not really. And so I'm literally driving back, and not only did I get denied the apartment I wanted to live in, or the student living apartment I wanted to move into. Sorry, scratch that. So they told me that when they told me they didn't about the apartment in Panera Bread, I actually ended up going to West Side, West 22. I forgot the name of the apartments, but 22 West. So I ended up signing a place, but it was like on the lower end. It was not as nice as some of these other ones, but yeah. So I ended up doing that, but still got no part-time job lined up other than the student ticket office, which was like 15 hours a week, garbage money. The ideas, get experience, whatever. So let's fast forward, come to Gainesville, work at the STO. I'm at the height of my addiction. Things are going bad. I end up getting not fired, but basically like, hey, after this football season, we're gonna, we're not gonna, we're gonna move in a different direction, that sort of deal. Like, we're gonna let you go, or yeah. And I'll never forget. They told me that in person, and I remember I emailed them, and I said, I forgot how they told me. I think they told me on a walk or something.
trying to think how they told me. How'd they tell me? They told me in person. And mind you, Brittany and Travis, my two bosses, they both graduated from the same college as me. So no love to, yeah. But they probably knew something was up, you know. I did have a couple days where I didn't show up, and that is totally uncharacteristic of me. But that's where, like, you know, I was drinking, I was high, all this other stuff, and I'm trying to think how they told me. I think they told me on a walk, or well, they told me outside. I think outside the office, and that stunned because, yeah. But what really stunned is when I went to go DJ at the same hotel I was DJing at. I got asked. I emailed them in February. I mean in January if I was gonna been able to come this come in, what was it, 2015, 2014? Oh no, so 2014 I did spring break and that ended bad, and then 2015 came around, and at the time I think that was my last football season, was it? Oh no. So okay, so 13 fall I come to UF, and then in 2014 at the spring break, so I got basically let go from the student ticket office, and I just explained my whole, why am I doing this? But that's when I got out. That's another story for another day, because that's when I actually got canned from DJing, and that was a whole, I don't want to relive that. But Jesus, I'm sorry about that. I apologize. That was not cool. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Geez, I just explained like my whole. See, that's how you guys know that I'm not, like, I don't get out. I don't talk to enough people, man. I just don't. Um, like, I'm literally talking to a stream of probably 0 people. But I don't know. I'm sorry. You guys probably like, damn, he's fucked up now. I am. No, I'm just kidding. No, am I? Am I kidding? But I'll have to tell you the story of when I got. It's crazy, man. My life, you know, I would have never learned all the stuff I did learn, but like, I'll have to tell you guys the story of when I got fired from a DJ gig live. That was not a good thing. But I share that story because I want people to learn from it. That was when I was high on pain pills, Adderall, cocaine, I think even Molly, all at once. What's up, bro? Hey, where'd you I gave you a follow, brother. Where did you just find me randomly? Cause that's cool as hell. I'm gonna do something cool for you for that, man. That's kind of the type of person I am. So, give me about a week or two. Oh, really? You mean you're in my Discord server? Or you found me in another Discord server? Let me guess. Don't tell me which one. Don't tell me which one. Don't tell me which Discord server if it is another one. Oh, okay. I was about to guess. That's okay. That wasn't the one I was going to guess, though. It's all good, bro. Stop delay. Don Clancy, or whatever his name is. Fix the fucking delay. Whenever I think of the guy who runs Twitch, his last name is Clancy. I always think Tom Clancy. But then I remember the guy who runs Twitch is some fat dude who likes young people. No, I'm not gonna get into that. But the Epstein files. Sergeant Devil, are you in the Epstein files? Sergeant Devil is in the Epstein files. You're gonna find you in the Epstein files. Better be quiet. You might disappear and you might never come back to another stream. Nah, I'm just kidding with you, brother. No, I just want to say thanks for following me, brother. Let me give you a quick rundown of me. You probably already know, but I like giving a quick rundown to people. I've been streaming for a while. I do a lot of different things other than stream. If you saw my setup, and if you look at some of my graphics, you know, here, let me see if I can find it. But like, I don't fuck around, excuse my language, but I don't like mess around. Like, I got like multiple logos of my stuff. Like I've had them professionally done. I share this because I take my streaming seriously, but I'm also kind of like a weird person in that I do a bunch of different things. But let me just give you a quick rundown of me, man. My name's Tony. I'm from Michigan. I live in Florida. I love gaming, and I'm a well, you already know this part, but yeah, I used to be really heavy into drugs. Stopped all that in 2017. And now I'm just somebody who I like to game. I love to work. I promise you I'm not on no drugs. I don't do no drugs, no drinking. I do struggle with I have bipolar, I'm autistic, and I have severe ADHD and OCD. It's not to the point where I need to be like in a straitjacket, but it's it can turn some people off. At the time I was going through a lot, and I wish I would have kept a good relationship with this guy. But I found out from talking to people that, so actually, you know what? I've never done it before. Let me show you something. This will be actually easier. I haven't used these I haven't showed anybody these. So luckily my 64 gigabytes of RAM come into play here. So I haven't showed these to a lot of people. All right. Oh, damn. My computer's about to... Nah, it'd be fine. God, how many photos is it? It's not that many photos, is it? I guess it takes a while to populate. I remember one time I opened multiple files, and it did one window, and it just let me hit the arrow. But this time, I guess it says, nope, we're going to make it difficult for you. But so stream has ended. Yeah, so, and you probably guessed the reason it's DJ is, you know, I used to DJ, so, but I love the
the retro turquoise, retro pink. And being ADHD and OCD, I made sure to get, if you notice, I got like copies of everything, like DJ Gaming Offline, Mental Health. I made sure to get colors of both, of all that. So I made sure to get everyone. But I found out later that the font this guy used, and again, I'm not mad about it, but I actually, believe it or not, it wasn't that much money to pay for all these. You tell somebody it was like $1,300. It sounds like crazy, but it's really not. When you think about all these photos, all the project files. Well, actually, he didn't give me the project files, but it sounds like a lot. But in reality, when you want something nice, it's really not that bad. And I've had them for like 5 years. And he gave me the PNG files. I wanted to do it right. So this allows me to put like a background, like if I put this on like a green background, you'll see the green, that sort of deal. This looks really tight when it's on like a white background, because then everything's white. That's gray. Sorry, I didn't mean to bore you. I never opened them for anybody, but you were cool and I wanted to show you. And so this was kind of like an variant. I kind of like this, kind of that retro look. But here's what I was gonna say. So I found out later that all these fonts are not custom done. Now I'm not mad at that. If he customized all this from scratch, it would probably be about $5,000 to do all that. You know what I'm saying? He's not spending hours and hours, He's a graphic designer. I'm sure he's charged $200 an hour, whatever. I'm sure it's overpriced, just like anything else in this world, when I just charge it on the card and pay it off. People say, "Oh, you spent too much." Well, I tell people, "All right, I won't give you the project files. Make something that looks like it." But I think he used and again, I'm not mad about it, but someone said he used this. There's this program called Cinema 4D. It's like like an $800 program that doesn't do free updates, and it's what like the movies use, or what a lot of producers use. It's how they get like graphics and stuff on overlays and like on fonts and rolling the credits, and how you see like weird fonts and different things on credits, and like really cool fonts, like not like fonts in Word, and not even fonts that outside of Word, like really cool fonts, like custom fonts that you won't find anywhere else. But yeah, so I like it. Someone actually sent me a photo of the background of this, of the actual mountains. I guess it's an actual photo. But again, I don't care. I just think it's funny. And if you notice, these have mental illness. When I was still figuring out how I wanted to do that, mental health, initially I went with mental illness, but that just didn't sound right. We don't say, hey, this month is attributed to mental illness. Just mental health sounds better. Little fonts in the corner. And if you notice, they're all different sizes. I made sure to give me each logo. Now, not each logo with each color, but like each different logo, if it has something significantly different that's not color, to give me the Facebook version, not just Facebook profile, Facebook banner, Twitch profile, Twitch banner. I think at the time Rumble wasn't a thing, and I don't think Kick was a thing. Or Kick was just kind of starting out. So, but I think Kick resolution is very similar to Facebook. But yeah, so if you notice, they're all different sizes. But yeah, so I struggle real bad with mental health, man, and I do this. I've done a lot for people. I stream because I love to meet people, but I'm serious about it. But I also know that I'm not great at it. So,
my bachelor's degree is in sports studies, sports management. But I think I don't know if you were listening into yesterday's stream or the stream before, but I worked at a warehouse for close to 9 years. Yeah, you're exactly right on that. And I worked at a warehouse for close to 9 years, and I got fired for being on my phone. Granted, I've been warned. I was warned, so I'm not crapping on it. But it was it was a good job. Not great. I loved it, but in terms of money, there's a lot more out there. But because I felt, you've heard the phrase familiarity breeds contempt. When we get familiar and comfortable, we just kind of are content. Nothing wrong with that. You don't always have to keep pushing. It's okay to find something that you like and just chill. And but because of my problems and stuff, I just was almost scared to try something new. Because I was almost scared to give up something that I like and try something new and not like it or not work out and then be without nothing. I think that's a normal feeling for people, right? I mean, I know a lot of people, they just, I worry a lot. One of the things I worry about, like for instance, in my new job, what's crazy is I got fired on Saturday and I already have an interview on Monday, which is basically, it's a walkthrough interview, but it's guaranteed, it's a warehouse as long as their main thing is they need people and they need people who will pass a background check and will do a drug screen that won't show any drugs, if that made sense. Yeah. Find a job you love and you never have to work. Yeah, work a day in your life. Yeah. And I loved it. But here, let me close all these. Let me jump into a game. But so I got fired, and at the time, you can find me on Facebook if you want. But one thing about me, real quick, and I'll explain what I was going to say. Whether you see me on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, the mall, at work, I'm the same person. I'm not one of those private people, I know a lot of people, they don't like to share anything, or even a lot of people on social media, they don't even want to share they just don't want to share like certain things. Me, I don't care, man. If you're gonna, dude, honestly, if you're gonna bomb where I work, or you're gonna, if I don't tell you where I work, you can find out where I work, man. If I tell you my address, what's the worst that's gonna happen? What are you gonna do? Just as much as you can do something to me, it will be tracked. And I mean, I'm a nobody. Nobody's gonna spend a bunch of resources and money to, what are you gonna do? Send SWAT to me? Or, you're gonna, the point is I'm not worried about any of that. I tell you my first and last name. I mean, fuck, phone book's been around for years. You can find someone's first and last name and their address for years if you really wanted to. So I say that because you don't have to worry about getting, I'm not a different person no matter where you find me. I'm the same. So I struggle. I'm open about my problems. And I love meeting people. I'm an introvert, neurodivergent. I don't like to use a lot of those words, but at the end of the day, if I were to sum up the type of person I am, I love social media. Why? Because I get to talk to you in the comfort of my own personal space. And to me, that is the ultimate win. I get to meet people, but sit and be in a environment that I'm comfortable in, and to me, I love that. And sorry for moving, it's just my OCD or whatever. But Dane, I feel really good talking to you, man. But so I'm trying to keep this simple, but I just want you to know that I struggle with things. I love talking to people. I love meeting new people.
and you could donate 10 subs, you could donate $50, you could gift me a game, you could buy me whatever you want to buy me. And I kid you not, you sitting talking to me means more than any of that, brother. It just does. I have a community of probably 20 people. They come when they can. One of the things I told all of them is, if you come to a stream and you can't hang out, don't worry about hanging out. I like it if I'm playing and there's 5 people who are in my community, I want them to game too. And if they just come in and say what's up every 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, I love that. Why? I don't know what it is, but maybe I just think like, okay, if I have 2 hours to spare, I want to have fun. You know? If you love basketball, yeah, you like to watch basketball, but you ever watch basketball and you want to play either outside or you want to play the game? I think gaming's the same way. If you're watching me and you're a gamer and you see somebody playing, don't you kind of want to play too? And I don't know what it is, but I've always been like that when it came to streaming. I'm not somebody, you gotta come in, pretend, show that you're a real member and you love being here and all that other crap. I don't give a shit about any of that, man. I absolutely love it if somebody came in. Perfect example. This is Mike. If you and Mike are hanging out, or you and Mike are in the stream, hey Mike, this is Devil. He just he came by a couple of days ago. I'm just giving him a rundown, kind of a little bit who I am. But just to give you an idea on what I value or what I love the most, and he'll tell you, Mike's basically my moderator and my graphic designer. He didn't design those graphics, but he does all like the Discord stuff and all that stuff. And he's a good guy. Never met him in person. From Ohio. We're about as close. And he may disagree with this. And if he does, he knows I won't get mad. But I would say we're close to family as you can get without being family. Or maybe we're as close to best friends as you can get without being true best friends. Maybe that's a better way. We know everything about each other. He has all my private information just in case something happens to me. He's a good dude. But just to give you an idea on what I value, what makes me feel good, what makes my food taste better and everything in my life better. Say you guys are hanging out in the stream and I'm playing, and you guys come by and you guys are hanging out and somebody random comes by, and whether you'll learn over time what I think about bots and stuff. I don't hate them, but say somebody comes in the stream and says, "Hey man, what's up?" Whatever, whether they're trolling, not trolling, whatever they're doing. But you, Devil or Mike, you go out of your way and you say, "Hey, what's up, man? This is Tony," or "Hey, welcome to Tony's stream," or "Hey," and I want to be clear, I'm not telling you that that's what I expect of you. I'm not. But when somebody does that, that is more than any amount of stubs or money you could ever give me, brother. You having a good time here means more than anything. And I think honestly, it comes back to, ironically, I told you about getting let go from my job. My last job, I earned really good money. Not rich, not wealthy, but I also don't spend a lot of money on certain things. And so, I'm able to do nice things for people. And I got to a point where you can buy nice things. You can buy the games. You can buy the nice headset. You can buy, I got a nice keyboard, microphone. But there comes a point when you get all these things, any snacks, food you want, there comes a point where none of that really matters. It really doesn't. And usually you don't really realize that until you actually have that opportunity to get those things. And then you realize that,
I hate it because it's a cliche, beat to a dead horse. But um, money can't buy happiness. I hate that cliche. I wish I had $1 for every time I heard it. But um, I just love it when the people in my community. Sometimes I don't even like saying that because I don't. I want you guys to know that you guys are equal, but um, we're all equal. Just because I'm streaming, it doesn't make me any better than the next guy. But my food tastes better, and I feel good when you're having a good time. And I'm sorry that sometimes my explanations are not the greatest. It's something I'm working on, but at the end of the day, if I know that you're happy to be here and you had a good time, and you'll at least not even come to other streams, but at least want to, you know, be, I don't know, be a friend or stick around and maybe game some time, but at least if you at least feel comfortable being here, that's what I meant. If you feel comfortable being here, that's the ultimate. That's what I care about. But yeah, these are all but yeah, so and if you wonder why I get so excited, like why I get so amped up seeing you guys, so for 8 years I worked 60 hours a week at a warehouse. For 5 of those years I worked second shift. I moved to weekend shift about 2.5 years ago. Now, despite working weekends days, I'm still working overtime. If I told you how much I've streamed and how much I've hung out with people, you'd probably laugh. If I told you how much I have, not a lot. My computer doesn't have a lot of runtime on it. Or it might have a lot of runtime, but a lot of actually gaming time, not a lot. Most people probably game in a month more than I do in 2 years. But the thing is I what was I gonna say? Having people to talk to is not something I'm used to, and so that is why I act the way I do, and I do it with Mike too. I know it's odd and weird to say, and I don't mean for it to be that way, but that's um I know it's weird. I shouldn't. A lot of people tell me I shouldn't like say stuff like that, like just let people figure it out on their own. But I feel comfortable when I kind of give a rundown about who I am. So when people are watching a stream, they'd be like, okay. But anyways, enough talking. I want a game. you know, I just want to. But sometimes I get upset because I get mad at myself because it's like, man, Tony, you talk too fucking much. But well, then you'll fit in perfect here, brother. And I know every community says that, but I promise, like you'll, I just want you to feel comfortable here, brother. Don't worry about if there's anything you need help with, anything. No guarantees, but here I will try to help you. I don't care what it is. If it's a game you're trying to get, there's something you're trying to do. You need somebody for this. I'm not talking about like Hitman or, smacking up a bully or something like that. I mean, we can do that, but those are in the other Discord server. You gotta. But I'm just fucking with you. Just kidding. But no, like anything you need, just know that there's nothing weird or creepy or strange you could say that somebody's gonna be like, ugh. And also too, you probably figured this out. I don't get offended by anything. There's nothing you could possibly say to offend me. Nothing. I don't have some strong belief towards politics. I don't, the only things I'd probably get mad about is something that 100% of society would get mad about if they heard, like if you're saying, hey, something like you hate children or some crazy stuff like that. or like I want to, you know, I mean, unless you're joking, you say I want to kill you. If there's some element of joke there, that's fine. Or, you know, but you know, that's the only stuff that will yeah. But yeah, so that's why, you know, it's I just want, like, I'm really excited you're here, brother. Like, I really am. And and there may be, like, I don't know, 300, 400 people in the community, but there's about 20, 15 to 20 people. I say diehards, but are just really good. Really, really love being here. And I say I see them all the time. That makes it sound like they have to come to the streams. It's not about that. It's just, I just know there are about 15, 20, 25 people who just love being here. And whether it's in the stream, in the community, and that, I love that more than anything. You could drop 200 people from a raid here, and I tell you, it would be great. It would be nice. I'd be grateful. I wouldn't know how to act. Probably shit myself. I mean, because I'd be so excited. But, you know, it wouldn't compare to having having people who just want to be here. You know, so almost like I use streaming as a conduit for to meet people. You know. With that being said, I just want to say this last thing I'm going to game. So I hope you guys will hang out for a little bit. With that being said, I know I have my problems, I have my issues, but I do take gaming seriously. Yeah. Now, I will say this with that comment. I 100% agree with you, but I don't think I'll fully understand until I have that, if that makes sense. Someone like, I don't know, who's a popular streamer? Who's a popular streamer now? Like right now, who's a popular streamer? I know Ninja's not really. Ken the Tat, is he still popular? Mike, yep. We're talking about people who aren't number one. Talking about like the number two. Mike is number one when it comes to fat people who can't stop eating. ASMR streams, that's Mike. He eats like fries and burnt peanuts. You should check out his stream sometime, man. He once brushed his teeth while he was taking a shit, and that one, I had to clip that. That was absolutely disgusting, dude. That was vile. But I tell you, man, whatever gets the views. I'm just kidding. But that was probably a bad joke and a disgusting joke. Peanut. Sorry, that was a bad joke, bro. That was a bad joke. I don't know why I talk about someone crapping and brushing their teeth at the same time. If ever there was a redneck thing to do, that is it. Mike, sorry. Sorry, Mike. No, it don't matter. I care about you and I love you, Mike. I'll end up having to buy you a game for that joke anyways, so. Add it to the bill. Oh. Can we do a celebration, though? So, Sergeant, you know, but Mike doesn't know. Guess what, Mike? You eat in the shower? What about you, Sergeant? Have you ever ate in the shower? I have shoved my mouth with snacks before getting in the shower, but I don't think I've ever ate in the shower. I mean, when we talk about eating, are we talking about food, ass, um, pussy? I mean, a couple of those things I've had to eat in the shower, and I tell you, man, I wish I could try food in the shower. That's for sure. Ah, referencing The Rock, are we? The Poontang Pie. Well, okay, I had something funny I was gonna say, but that probably won't be funny. Um, see, Devil, I think Devil's like, fuck this community. I'm out of here, man. See, he's talking about like biscuits and crackers, and you talking about poutine pie. Shit, man. Fucking Devil's out here talking about like jelly sandwiches and brownies, and talking about eating coochie and booty hole while water's falling on you. Oh my God. Sergeant, bro, I'm sorry, man. Dude, I think these jokes are kind of way out of his. No, hey, I I know it seems like we're trolling, and it's not always like that. I promise, bro. I promise it. And I know I probably don't have to give that disclaimer, but it's not always like that. We're just clowning around. But for real, serious. Have you ever ate in the shower or drank in the shower? Now, I think drink in the shower. That's actually a good fucking question, man. I don't even remember ever drinking in the shower or eating in the shower, unless you count shoving your mouth full of food before getting in the shower. I can't think of, was it so I want to say something because you were in the corpse. Good friend of mine, and if I see a photo of him, I'll put it up. He went to school with me, graduated 3 years above me. So I didn't see him from. So he graduated in 2002, I think 2001. I graduated in 2004. I didn't see him for quite some time, and I went to school out of state, South Carolina. Da 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 da. I came back to Michigan, and I promise, short story. And I was in July 2007. I moved back February 2007. It wasn't going well in South Carolina. I just packed up my stuff. I went back, and I moved home. And when I moved home, the first thing I did was apply for Central Michigan University. And I so I applied. I was going to go there, and I was looking for roommates. And my buddy Jason Hatch, somebody. Well, actually, he wasn't a great friend, but he was somebody I knew, and he said he initially wanted to go to school, but I think what he wanted to do was come live with me and party while I'm going to school. You know, kind of live the Van Wilder lifestyle. And long story short is we kind of caught up, and I said, yeah, you can come live with me, bro. You know, I knew of him, but we weren't like real close friends. But obviously, when we lived together, you know, he stayed in an apartment I rented. We had a 2-bedroom. Actually, it was a 1-bedroom, and I think he slept outside, not outside, but out in the living room. But his name was Jason Hatch, and he was in the Marine Corps. And he used to, a couple things I always remember about him is where he did his training, Camp Lejeune. And he used to tell me all the time. Now I think it's destroyed. It's not the same anymore. But he used to tell me that during this time, I wasn't DJing as much. Actually, I was doing a lot of frat parties. Actually, that's what started everything. Doing frat parties and making no money, but some of the best time in my life. Tailgates, all this other stuff. Going to East Lansing, going to Ann Arbor, doing these different things. And he used to tell me about, man, none of these places have shit on Wildwood, and Wildwood is like a, I guess it's like a pier, um, almost like a pier slash like night spot slash Ferris wheel, maybe a coaster in New Jersey. And I guess think of like a mini Six Flags, like a real small Six Flags outside. Maybe that's bad. Almost think like a beach, like a beach resort with shops and a Ferris wheel and like a couple coasters, I guess. And so he used to tell me about that. But you mentioned you were in the Marine Corps. I wanted to mention that when he lived with me, I learned a whole bunch about the Marines, about jarheads. And because I'll never forget, he loved Call of Duty. Loved it. He always used to tell me he loved it, but he always used to tell me, he's like, man, this shit ain't real. Like, duh. You know? You're like, man, this ain't real, man. You saying this shit, you know, because that's what people say. It's realistic. This shit ain't realistic, man. He's like, this shit ain't realistic, man, right when his head gets blown off with an RPG. Right with a little RC car, just blow him up. This shit ain't real. Man, fuck this shit. But shout out to Hitman. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Devil. Hey, by the way, Devil, is that what you like to be called, bro? You like Devil or Sergeant? Or do you like another name? Okay. Oh, you'll find out what they like to be called. You can call me Tony or DJ or Dickhead or whatever, man. Oh, my real name's Tony, though. Actually, it's Anthony, but Tony. But yeah, if you guys want to hang out while I play a couple games and that's it. Oh, let me tell you the good news, and then we'll jump in. So everybody knows, lost my job. I was going to turn in my application to this kind of like an AutoZone, but for businesses. So not something I'm really interested in, but I was like, fuck it, I want something. Definitely a boring job, but at the time, at this point, I just want something. So I go there and turn in my application. I heard from Facebook from a guy. He's like, yeah, we got a couple openings. And I'm gonna go put some water in my face and finish. I promise it's only like 2 minutes and we'll play. But yeah, dude, I'm so excited you guys are hanging out, man. Like, it's crazy, man. I love it. And Mike and Hitman, they'll tell you that this is me. This is how I feel, man. But I can't tell you, like, you guys hanging out, I don't care if it's just 4 people. It's 4 people that want to be here. And to me, it's a fucking blast, man. A lot of times it's just me and Mike. So I'm going to go use restroom. Be right back. I'm going to tell you the good news. And we'll play. No eating in the shop. Oh, shit. Speaking of eating. One other thing I have a love for. Think about these while I'm in the bathroom. I have a lot of snacks that are hard to find. These have been out overseas for a long time. They just released recently. And if you can't read it, salted caramel Lays. They've been overseas for some time. And why is the music stop? But yeah, they and let me tell you, and I'm gonna go. Good. Dude, I'm so excited, man. guys probably couldn't even hear it. I thought that was funny. No, so like right now, um, so like right now, um, and I'm gonna respond to what you said. Like I'm excited for my new job, but I'm really nervous. So I just want you guys to know that I got mixed feelings about it. Like I'm excited, and I guess that's a surprise. But I uh, I called Dollar General Distribution. I got on the phone with them, and I told the guy my name, and he had my profile pulled up right away. And I thought, oh man, that was fast. And I didn't think much. I thought, well, maybe he'd just say, yeah, we'll look into it, give you a call back. I told him I was at Dollar General. I told him I was there for almost 9 years. He said, what shift would you like and what position would you like? And I was taken aback. I'm like, what the hell? And so I asked some questions because I wanted to know, okay, well, it's a little different than Dollar General, but roughly the same, but they called departments a little different. And I inquired, and he said, yeah. Hold on for a second. Sorry. Oh. Sorry. See, now I'm getting all, man. Give me a second, y'all. Sorry about that, yo. I'm just sorry. I'm getting a little not nervous about you guys, but just kind of like, well, I guess it is because it's like I'm so excited you guys are here, and I'm just kind of like, okay. Um. So he told me what position I would like, or he asked me what position, what shift. I told him, and he's like, okay, well, we have you can come anytime, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, which would be your shift. And I said Monday, and basically it's a walk. They call it a tour, but it's basically an interview where you walk around the warehouse. Um, you know, kind of get a feel for it as opposed to a typical interview where you just sit down face to face. And sorry. And so yeah. Then I'm just a little nervous because I don't know. Like it's kind of wearing down because I'm like so excited to have you guys here, but at the same time I'm just overwhelmed. But yeah, so I I've only been unemployed for 6 days, and I already have a job opportunity, and so I'm really excited. Not only because I don't have to be on unemployment or food stamps, but I get to get back to what I was doing because it's the same. It's actually more money. It's a different gig. It's going to be a little more, I say a little more work, but I love doing work like that. So, and I'm just really excited, because then I can get back to giving back, um, what I mentioned earlier. So, anyways, but yeah, if you guys want to hang out while I game just a little bit, that would be awesome, man. If you guys want a game too, dude, that's totally cool. Um, whatever you guys want, man. Um, um, uh, just like I'm overwhelmed because I'm feeling good, but I'm just like a little overwhelmed. Um, oh man, like I All right. So, what do you think we should play? I probably wouldn't like that game. Control. Um, oh, Japan. You talking about they have salted caramel in Japan? Or are you talking about regular in general? Yeah, there's some cool flavors. They got the Smart Food popcorn. They got a caramel chocolate that's pretty good. And then they have oh yeah. Oh, flavor. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, Japan, dude, they always have dude, they have like there's a store in here in Central Florida, and it's one of those like world market type stores. And I don't know, you've probably been in one, but you go in and they have like all the different like the thing that stands out the most is like the different types of bottles of soda. How in Japan it's like longer, skinnier ones. But the crazy flavors of everything, like all the ethnic, it's crazy, man. I never realized like just different stuff. Like you can see it on Instagram all day long, but like a candy that I didn't realize had so many flavors was like a Kit Kat. Like they do some crazy stuff, and it's just like the McDonald's in Japan and Singapore. Holy shit, dude! Like some of their treats are like, dude, why don't? I'm sure there's a reason why, but it's like why don't we get that? And I'm sure it has to do with like importing stuff and cost because there's a couple accounts I follow on Instagram, and some of the stuff they post, you got to read the whole post because at the very end it will say, "Oh yeah, by the way, it's only in Bangladesh or whatever." But and usually you can tell off rip, oh, yeah, that's not here, just because it's like too elaborate. But yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry for that rundown, man. I don't want to make it seem like I was wasting time. But dude, I would love to play and have you guys hang out, man. But I wanted to tell you guys I am feeling a little nervous and stressed, so maybe if you guys try to build me up a little bit. I've never even asked for that ever in my life, but I really want to feel confident going into my interview on Monday, so I can go in. I feel confident that it's going to go good because it's something that I'm all too familiar with. But I don't know. I want it to go great because I've had jobs where the interview didn't go good and I didn't get it. And so that, you know, I used to tell people all the time, "Oh, I got an interview for a job," and many people would respond in a way where it's like, "Okay, well, if you got the interview, you got the job," you know. Maybe say congratulations, and so many times I just didn't do well in the interview. And I know now you guys are probably saying, "Yeah, don't talk so much." I won't. That I won't do. But it's usually I think my non-verbal, my mannerisms and stuff, eye contact, which I do that in an interview. I'm not trying to tell you guys that I don't make any mistakes and stuff, but I'm just so nervous about it. So if you guys I don't know. But at that same time, I'm glad Hitman's here. I really am. Like, dude, the fact that you guys are hanging out, I'm telling you, everything tastes better, man. I'm excited for so much. Like I'm not kidding you when I tell you this has made my night or my weekend. Like I love it. Um, but I'm thinking Arc Raiders. I kind of wanted to play this game called Door Kickers. Would anybody want to watch me play that? Would that be fun? It's like a top-down game. So this is Door Kickers. I don't know if anybody's ever seen it, but Hitman, are you my Hitman? What's your name on Steam? I wanted to invite you to a game one time and I didn't have your name. And Devil, if you want to add me, you're more than welcome to. Is your name the same everywhere on all social media? I meant to ask you that the other day. Like I wanted to add you on stuff, but I didn't know if you same everywhere. So, are we friends on here? Okay, so it's not the same everywhere then. I don't mean to be rude, but it's not the same everywhere then. Which one is it? Oh, CKW. What other social? Yeah, I know. I probably don't know. What other social media you use? How are you not on me as a friend? Okay, I'm not adding. This user has blocked you from seeing any of his information. You are not allowed to add this person as a friend. Back the fuck up. Yep. That's what it says. So he has me blocked. Yep. He has me blocked. See, he doesn't even show up. His name don't even show up. What'd I do for that, man? Why'd you block me, brother? I know why he blocked me because I mean, Mike told me. Mike said you blocked me because I'm so sorry at video games. I said, why'd you do that, man? And I said, Mike, you're joking. He's like, yeah, I'm joking. Then Nick messaged me and said, no, he's not joking. He's for real. Thoughts, man. See, when I put it in, like I just typed it, like not working. See, it's not working, man. Broken. Doesn't want to be my friend. They did say you were my friend. You just like to hang around just for the free stuff. So, well, at least you're honest about it. So, I still love you, brother. Don't worry. Just playing. No. Sergeant, can I send you a friend request, brother? Before I forget. Sergeant EAT. Oh, that was you? Really? Oh, dang, I was still. I don't know what I was doing. Oh, damn. Is that your bike? That shit's hot, dude. I'm not. I don't know much about like auto. My dad was a GM at or I say GM was a supervisor at General Motors. Mr. Cheech Clapper. But so my dad and younger brothers, they're into like auto and stuff. Like they know like cars and things like that. I don't know the first thing about bites, but I do know that that bite looks dope. That's awesome. Damn. Scoping out your page. You. So what are you Hitman? What games are you playing right now, brother? And what games are you playing, Devil? Like what? I mean, obviously it shows like Battlefield, but is there anything that you're looking to play, or you're trying to play, or you're looking forward to playing? Oh, that's right. You do play Warframe. You did say that. I forgot about that. When you play Call of Duty, are you playing uh Battle Royale, or are you playing multiplayer? Repo, Destiny, 2 main. Okay. Repo. What's Repo about? I've seen that game so much, but I've never seen any gameplay of it. Yeah, I'll look at your stream, bro. All jokes aside, of course I will, man. Now you're making it sound like I don't care about you because I don't view your streams. You know your streams and Devil's streams are just as important as mine, man. You know that, homie. The headliner? I forgot where I first seen that game, Repo. But if you're wondering why I got these games I believe were on the last Steam sale, and I don't think I paid more than $6 for total for both of them. But yeah, most of these games are free or really cheap. I used to, so I have Amazon Prime. I just stopped doing it, but I go on Amazon Prime and get the free games. But I just stopped doing it, man. It was just I was starting to add so many games. So the amount of games, I think it's got to be either Epic or GOG that I have on there that are games that are free games that are just like, I mean, no offense, but they're trash. I just stopped doing it. I don't know if you've ever done it, but it gets old. But for a while, it's like every 2 days, free game, free game, free game, 3 free games, 2 free games. I want to go there for a week. I did like 8 free games, but they'd all be like, they're all, they're free games that like nobody plays. And I told myself, it's nice to have them, but like, okay, I'm not into collecting it anymore. But yeah, let's just play a little bit. So, um, so I've been debating over this game. This is another game I bought on sale. Um, I can't remember the last top-down game I played. I guess, what would you call it? A top-down RPG. But, you know what? Let's play it. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. We can play together. I just want to reiterate, man. I'm having a blast. Like I don't know. This just feels amazing. Why does it keep doing that? Okay. Um. Okay. 1 second. I'm trying to add the game to. Okay, there it is. Sweet. Okay, cool. I forgot where I've seen this game. I think I've seen it on like a YouTube video. Somebody was recommending it. Oh, oh yeah, we don't need that. Okay, never mind. No, there's no settings. Oh, we're just gonna go full screen, max out everything. I can't imagine this game being that much intense. Oh, we're gonna try to. Oh, well. Maybe we'll wait and play it on a day when it's not so late. I think we'll do that. We'll play it. We'll play when it's not so late. That way we can try it out and get into it. And if you want, Devil, when you if you want, I'm messing with you, brother. No, if you want, and I'm not saying it like we don't even have to do it on stream, but if you want, come watch play, or if you want to do co-op sometime and check it out, maybe it'll let you do co-op without owning the game before you buy it. But all right. But yeah, I figure wait, I wanted to kind of wait just because it's a game where it probably takes a while to get started, unless you would want to get into it. But I don't want to, I figured maybe wait. Some of them games, one of the things that I don't like, that I didn't like about working so much is because it was really hard to get into games because it took so long to I'd get into a game, I'd have 2 days off, and sometimes there were times when 2-3 weeks went by and I didn't even turn on my PC. I'm working so much. And I've streamed more in the last 5 days than I have probably in the last year. So, but let's jump into something. We'll play, let's see. Oh, shit. But yeah, anything I can do to help you, man, to check out that game, see if you might like it. What kind of game is this? Has anybody ever played this game? Somebody gifted me this game right before they did the major update. And I'm wondering... Oh. Shit. I know it's a popular game, but what type of game is it? I know. Is this a game that's worthy of Does it take a long time to get going in it? I know people mention it, but I think it's like multiplayer, right? Like you have to. Oh, kind of like I mean, obviously not the same gameplay loop, but kind of like Arc Raiders, Escape from Tarkov. Would when you either of you rate this game, what do you rate it on a 1 to 10? 1 being terrible, 10 being really good. 'Cause I see what people talk about it, but I don't know. I know I just got to start playing stuff, but you know, when I have people like you guys in the community hanging out, I like playing anything. I really do. But I especially love playing something that you guys would love to watch to play, even if it's just for a few minutes, you know, and you guys go do your own thing. Really? You never. Real quick, and then I'm going to jump into something. But just to give you an idea of how much I was working, this is a game I wanted to get into. It is impossible to get into this game without like a week off of work, or at least like 3 days off of work, something like that. I remember I tried getting into it, and it took like 2 hours, 3 hours just to kind of get a feel for it. And I think it was like my second day off, and I anyways had to go to work. And by the time I played again, I forgot all about it. But that's the type of issue I would come into when choosing games. So I'm hoping with my new schedule, I only have to work 3 days, and I don't have to work all this overtime. But let's play something. All right, let's go with why is the screen going dark when I do that? Let's see. I always get so indecisive. I gotta get better at that. I'm sorry, Hitman. I'm sorry, Sergeant. I need to get better at it, man. I'm excited you guys are here, and I'm just like almost nervous because it's just like I don't know. I know you guys are gonna say you'll have fun regardless, but I just want you guys to have fun, man. Because I'm gonna love anything. Let's play. I tried playing that. Yeah, I just get so nervous, man. Like right now, I'm just so nervous. I don't even know what to play, and it's just I get like that. I don't mean to. Sometimes I just get worried that I don't know. It's gonna sound stupid, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I just get worried because like you guys are gonna leave, but not because I'm playing the wrong game. And this may seem selfish, and it probably is, but it's just like I don't have anybody to hang out with, you know. But no, I know you guys live and got a life to live. I'm not mad at you guys for that. I'm not. Don't think for a second. But that's why it's like so indecisive because it's like I don't want you guys to think ever for a second like the game means more than you guys, man, because it don't. Like you guys mean I know every streamer says that, but you guys, you, Mike, and Devil, you guys mean something to me, man. I would. Hmm. God, I'm just like so. Just give me a second. It's it's hard to it's hard, you know. Let me get something to drink real quick. I'm I'm in a good mood. I feel good. It's just I've said this before, and I mean it, but this is probably the most fun I've had in a long time. I don't talk to a lot of people, man. And you guys spending time and hanging out with me is, dude, this means everything to me, man. And I don't want you guys to think for a second I'm putting you on a guilt trip so you don't leave. I don't want that. I just want you guys to know like how cool it is to have people to talk to. You know, I've struggled with my relationships with my ex-girlfriend. We've been off and on for like 9-10 years. Hell, I'm back, and I don't have a lot of friends and acquaintances. All of them are like surface level people that don't know anything that I've shared with you. And it's just, I don't know. Like, there's a large part of me that just wants to play, and like, I don't know. I'm just having a fucking blast, dude. It may not seem like it, but I wish you guys knew, like, how fucking cool it is to have you guys here hanging out with me. Excuse me for my language. It's one of my New Year's resolution to not do that much. Why does the screen keep going dark when I do that? I'm going to close Steam for a second and reopen it. The hell? New inventory item. How the hell you do that? You can leave it to fate. Put like 5-10 games on a randomizer. Mike, what game should I pull up? Hey Mike, I was just telling them, man. I know Mike heard this all the time. I was just telling them, man, like how cool it is that you guys are here hanging out with me, man. Like, Mike knows I don't know. Yeah, I'm telling him it's so fucking cool that it's so hard to pick what to play because I don't want you guys to think for a second I'd give a shit about the game over you guys, man. With that being said, I love the game, but, you know. What's that? 7D. Now this, what can I jump? Is it a game? Okay, I'm gonna install it just for tits anyway, so it's installed. You wanna, if you tell me the type of game it is it spoiling the fun part? Because honestly, I have no idea. I thought it was a game like Friday the 13th. when somebody kind of tries to kill you? Oh, really? Well, fuck it, we'll try it then. What's in terms of startup? Can somebody like me start actually playing without doing all the boring stuff? Though I like doing games like that. But like, you know, on Cyberpunk, you got to do a lot before you can start playing. In this game, can you just jump in, or do you got to do a bunch of stuff to set up? Well, if I do a private server, that means it's just going to have me in there, right? I mean, don't I want to play with people? I don't want to play alone, do I? Okay, what's this? What's EAC? Do I want EAC or no? I think that's anti-cheat, right? I guess we don't need anti-cheat, right? Do we need it? Do people? Probably more people if I choose that option, right? Hmm. I know. I don't know the whole history, but I know easy anti-cheat yeah, I know that software is a decisive strat out. And just because you selected a game, I don't want you to feel like compelled you have to stay or anything. I just, you know, I just, again, I'm no broken record, but it's just awesome having Mike and Hitman and Sergeant hanging out, man. Hey, Hitman, you still there? Mike, you still there? Good, because I've never even.
was just saying, I was seeing if they ever played before. Oh. Default map. Just gonna crank everything up. I can't imagine this game uses that much graphic. Well, it might. I gotta get used to just not worrying about this shit. I'm not gonna worry about any of this shit. I'm just gonna go into it and play. Oh well. I don't know. I get so like kind of nervous a little bit because I want to make sure that I know what I'm doing. All right. Oh, so what game world do I choose? New random world? Shit, dude, what? So what am I choose? Okay. And then I'm guessing unlimited. I don't even know what that is. Oh, if that's the amount of space, we'll do unlimited. I got a pretty high, good graphics card, so sure. I don't know. I might have to turn it down. I'm ready to play. Just jump right in. Am I going to need to know controls, or does it kind of help me out with that? Mike and Hitman. I really am glad that you guys and Devil are, dude. I don't know, man. I'm just glad you guys are hanging out, man. I'm having a blast, dude. Like, I really am. Oh, yeah, let's crank that up then. Where's the loot at? Where's the loot? You want me to turn it on insane? Now, I do like a challenge, but it doesn't have to be hard, but I don't want it to be, like, stupid easy either. Mike and Hitman's like, you need stupid easy, brother, because you suck. I know. I like a challenge.
Oh, I see the. Wait, so you turn. So what? When you turn this stuff on, this means that anybody who's in my map has to have the same stuff on. So like, what are the odds of like? So like for instance, if I have this set to everything, that means only people who have that set to everything are going to be able to be in my. But I'm saying like, if I have one of these settings changed, what if nobody else has that setting changed? That's playing. That means nobody will come in the server. I'll just start. I'm probably asking too many questions. I'm definitely asking too many questions. Is there anything I should change or should I just start right now? Okay, I'll do online. I'm in Florida. Should I put that on or should I turn it off? Oh, no, we don't want that then. Okay. Never played that game, but I know what it's like. Yeah, we'll do online. We'll go. Okay, so I'll play it like now. It should be fine, right? I can just play? Fuck it, I'll just play it. I'm all like, is this a game we can just jump into play? And then right when I boot up the game, there's like 58 settings. Mike and Hitman know they probably saw those things that, oh fuck, we'll be here till 10 in the morning messing with these things. Sometimes I come into like I'll play like a game and be a new game or a game I haven't played, and I'll go to the keybinds and it'll be like spend too much time there because I want to get it right. So okay, so will I need something off to the side that shows me the buttons, or will it kind of tell me what's what? Yeah, I'm probably gonna need to. Is there a couple functions you just want to tell me? Because I don't want to just like. Okay, there's punch. Is there any functions that I should know for sure, or? Well, maybe I should take a picture of this. Would that help? All right. Mike and Hitman, if you guys like it, uh, if you guys want, like what we play, maybe I'll work on getting the game for you guys and we can all play if you guys would be down for that. Even though I'm bad at planning, I would, I don't know why I just offered that, but I would love that. And that person, you did an emote like when I first started streaming and you didn't talk. It's fine. He's fine. I'm not mad. But no, dude, I would love to. Uh, but yeah, I'm like, I'm nervous as hell, man. Hold on. Okay, let me. Uh, all right. Are these the only really main things I'm gonna have to use? Um. Okay. Well, Mike and Hitman, I hope you guys aren't like bored. I don't want you guys to think that I don't care what you guys are doing. Okay. I know. I just want you guys to know that I'm thinking about you guys, man. That's all. Like you guys mean a lot to me, man, and I've been struggling. I just want to say one thing. Devil, you probably figured it out, and Hitman knows a little bit about it, but like I made a post on Facebook, and I do this often, but I speak how I feel, and you know, I've been really depressed, and I've had thoughts about ending my life, and I don't need anybody to tell me not to do that. I know it's not the right thing to do. I don't know why I do it. I don't do it for attention, but it's almost like I just get really stressed out, and so I just want you guys to know that that's something I struggle with, and um, that I love you guys, man. I really do. And like right now, I'm just going through a bunch of emotions. I'm overwhelmed. I'm excited. I'm thinking about my new job, but I'm nervous about it. But I just, um, I'm gonna real quick. I'm gonna open uh, those screenshots. I just want you guys to know that, man. I don't like doing voice chat, Sergeant. So I mean, we can if you want to, but if you think we can do it without it, but Mike, I just want to say too, man. I know sometimes I'm not the best when it comes to you being around, and I get really stressed out and say things to you, and I just want you to know I love you, brother. You know, I gotta tell you, I want to end my life, and I hate myself. I just want you to know I appreciate that. You sticking with me, man. And I'm not just saying that because you're here and people are here. I just want you to know that. I'm just going through a range of emotions right now, man. But I'm gonna try to enjoy myself and have fun and keep my mouth shut. But I just want you guys to know that. Booty with fries, right? All right. So what's the main goal here? What do I want to do? Should have told you I never played Minecraft before, but I've seen it. So what should I be doing here? Devil, I'm gonna have to call you out on this one, man. This game looks dope, but this is not a game you can just pick up and play. But I'm glad you suggested it, because we'd probably still be figuring out what to play. So, Mike, do you want to suggest on what I should be doing? No, I don't want you to be bored or anything. I already know you're gonna bill me for something, but you're good, bro. No, I'm serious. I'm just messing around. Like I actually, if I can at least, I kind of like it because it actually forces me to try something new of something that I like to do. So in no way am I upset. I just, under no circumstance am I upset or anything. I just, oh, what the hell? Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize that. I should have, see, Mike, I gotta start. Is there a pickup button or do I just punch everything? I know I'm asking a bunch of questions while I'm playing, but I'm just curious. Like I said, Mike, when you get your I don't know if you heard what I said about the GPU. In the event we don't swap it back out, I am going to get you a game or two for your new GPU. So just remind me, please. Okay, so it doesn't mean you have to help me either. I'm just saying I'm going to do that because you've always helped me and you deserve it. So I don't want you to feel like you have to play without doing voice chat if you really want to do voice chat. But I think sometimes I don't like doing voice chat, but I don't want to do it at the expense of like making it impossible to play a game. A lot of times I just don't like talking to people. Nothing against you guys, but I will if I absolutely have to. All right, punch grass, shrubs, look for yellow navigation icons. Okay. Is there a map in this game or no? Okay, there it is. They said E. E's interact. Okay. I promise I'm not going to ask a bunch of dumb questions, but I might. Oh. I promise, Devil, I'm not complaining, but holy shit, if ever there was a game that required hours of setup time. But I'm gonna be real with you. I actually like this game. Even though I want to see what the action is like. No, but I'm really glad you suggested it, brother. Just like I say, like I told Hitman and Mike and you, I've always said this every stream. I want you guys to have fun. So nothing will compare to you guys hanging out having fun with me right now. To you guys, it may not seem like much, but to me, it's awesome. And I never want you guys to feel compelled to oh, we have to stay or anything like that. None of that crap. You guys are already loved by me, man. Stone Axe. Yeah. You guys are fucking awesome, dude. I would have never. So do I? Oh, So Mike, how long have you played this game, brother? Like, are you? Because you made a comment saying that you do the same thing he does. And now that I think about it, I want to say I do recall seeing you play this game, but maybe only a couple times. Oh, so you never played on PC? I thought I swore I saw you playing it or opening it. So it's been years since you played it, is what you're saying. It must be one of those things where it's like, you know how like you start believing something and then you start to things that seem like it relates might be true and oh, okay, then I have seen. Now shout out to Mike and Hitman and Devil for hanging out. Like I love you guys, man. Like you guys, I really do. Okay, so first time playing 7 Days to Die. And I'm sure again I'm no, this game is actually I love games like this, believe it or not. And I actually love really challenging games. So like even if we bumped it up to really hard, I do love really hard games. Certain games like Cyberpunk, when they're hard, very hard, they're actually now see, I would use my fist on this, right? Or does it matter? Oh shit. Oh, maybe it does matter. Is that normal? Dude, I'm like in a good mood now, man. And Mike's like, yeah, let's all leave. I'd still be in a good mood because you guys are fucking badass. All you guys are. Okay, so I crafted it. Now what? How do you equip it? E? Would it be E? All right, you just do that, right? See? Mike's like, hey, Devil, he's feeling good. Let's get the fuck out of here. Who's this dude? Is that Devil? Fuck you. This game ain't fucking pick up and play. This game ain't pick up and play, motherfucker. I don't know. I don't know why, but as soon as I saw that guy, I thought, say, hey, Mike, how you doing? Like, Mike, how you doing? Bad day for you, Mike? That's what you get for shitting in the shower. Oh, oh, we gotta turn down that sensitivity. Holy shit. Bro, let me turn down that sensitivity. Oh my god. Dude, I'm having a blast. Dude. I think that was look sensitivity. Holy shit. Or maybe that's just me going like ape shit on with the wooden club. All right, I'm following you, brother. Mike and Hitman, if you see anything cool I should do, let me know. Okay, well. Oh. Wait, hold up. I bet if I Google tips and tricks in 7 days to die, my time. Oh shit. Wait, so. Oh shit, dude. The rad dow bouncing. Oh, crazy. Oh, where'd the tree go? Oh. Hey, so do we share those resources? Or do we, or is it kind of like, I had a bunch of questions like, hey, Mike. No, I'm Mike, you know I'm part of with you. But Mike, we're gonna I am gonna buy you a game that you want, bro. It doesn't have to be one on sale either. Let's use an existing one. And then we'll make a bots. If we use an existing one, does that mean we can alter it though, right? Hey, by the way, if you want to, if it's easier, would it be easier to like do voice chat or message me on like phone or something like that? I'm just giving a suggestion. But if it's a lot easier on voice chat, we can do that, bro. Because I don't want you all tabbing just to type to me each time, man. Whatever's easier for you. Okay. I prefer messaging, but I want you to know that I as sure as hell don't want to make this experience cumbersome just because I don't want to talk. Okay. So dude, why? Oh, Hitman. Oh shit. So it says I'm infected. Does that mean I'm gonna die eventually? Oh fuck, Hitman, you're dead, dude. Bro, I'm sorry. I hope that's definitely my fault. There ain't no way in hell that you did that on your own without my fault. But does it matter if I live or die here? I mean, should I die so we can play together or what is this? Does this help? What the hell was that? So what? I just ate a can of dog food? Oh, all right. Where? So when you get loot, you just run it over, right? Like you don't have to pick it up? And where the hell? Oh, sorry. So, oh, I didn't even see it. So, okay, so first of all, you came back alive. So I'm guessing you have unlimited lives. Now we're building that. We're taking a standard base and going to build it. So when I need supplies, E on what? E on the which one? Sorry. What do you want me to hit E on? I'm sorry. On the chemistry station? Okay. So we can't destroy anything or build here? Oh, I see. My bad. Sorry. You're right. Okay. Now, when you pick up something, does that mean you get it, or does it save some for me, or first come, first serve, and you have to, if you do that, then you have to drop it to me? I'm assuming this game's like that. I kind of like it, man, to be honest. I'll be honest. I like it. I'll probably like it a little bit more when I figure out what we're supposed to be doing. Okay, cool. All right, so now okay, where you're probably in there looting. I'm not trying to hold you up, but I was gonna.
Morning. If you try to say it's a good morning, there's the goddamn door.
Bro, you're getting all this stuff, man. Oh, damn. So I missed out on a bunch of stuff to search for. Nope. So I'm guessing if I just double click, it will move it from the looting bots to the stash. I know what I'm gonna do right now. So I'm gonna put E on my mouse real quick. Oh, that's why. One second, one second. Wait. I'm trying to find the game. Oh my god. Ah, one second. One second. I'm trying to. I'm trying to find the game on here. And you're finding all this stuff. Sorry, I'm just trying to. I don't want to. I don't even know what the game file is. I'm sorry, I'm just stressing out because I'm trying to find the game file to add to the. I don't know what the. It's all right, man. I screwed up, man. I'm feeling good now. I can't even find the game file. It's all right. I screwed up, man. Oh my God, man. I'm getting overwhelmed and sorry. Sorry, it's not your fault, bro. No, I was just trying to add something to my mouse, but I can't find the game in the software. It's not your fault. Like I'm trying to find the game 7 Days to Die to add to the software, but it won't let me. It's all right, bro. I mean, I don't want you to be upset. I mean, I hate. I told myself I wasn't going to be like this because I'm happy I got my new job, and now I'm just stressing out because I feel like I don't know. Like I'm having a blast. I fucked up, man. I'm sorry. I just don't want you guys to be upset, man. I screwed up. Now it's not even fun anymore. I mean, for you guys, it's not even fun anymore. Oh, now you guys didn't think I had problems and stuff. I screwed up. I'm sorry. I'll just see you guys in. God damn it. I screwed up, y'all. I'll just see you guys in another stream, man. No, I screwed up. You're awesome, brother, and I owe you. I owe you too, Mike and Hitman. I'm sorry. I feel embarrassed, and I'm just trying to get something to eat and go to bed. I had a blast, and I just get caught up in certain things, so I just no, it's okay, bro. I know you always do stuff like that, and you're always so supportive, brother, and I don't want you to think it's a bad thing. I don't like doing this. I mean, I don't like getting like this, but I love you guys. I'm trying to find the game so I can add it, but I still need to get something to eat and. Like I don't want to be like this. Do you mind if we play again another time? It's just I just want to like I had an awesome like Mike and Hitman. Like I just it's not so much about you, Devil, but it's just like I'm just so like you guys don't understand how excited I am and how much I love this, man. Like I love like you guys will never understand that. And I just don't want Mike and I mean they won't admit it, but I don't like being like this, man. I know you guys are sick and tired of me being like this. I don't mean to be. I don't. I will say that without losing my job, I was without that, I was. It doesn't matter. Like I love you guys, man. I'm sorry. I just. I, like I just want to say for anybody, like I had a blast. I absolutely loved that, man. I really did love that game, man. And I just want to say this goes out to Mike and Hitman. Like I'm sorry. I know you guys are tired of me being this way, and I just want you to know I know you guys are. Anything else you guys say, you're lying. You guys are. And I don't like being this way, but it just sounds like I don't know. All I'm gonna say, man, is I love you guys, and I'm I'm sorry for being this way, man. You know, I am. Like I just am. I just I wanted. I love you guys, man. I like. I repeat myself, and like, I just don't. The thing is, I don't have a lot of friends, man. Trying to find out what the name of the game is. See, this guy says that it's supposed to be. Oh man, I mean, Mike and Hitman. Dude, I would like, I would kill to be able to have a chill day like this again, man. Like, I would do. I don't know. Fuck, if I had to buy Mike and Hitman the game, which I would do anyways, but you know, like it just you. I just I hate having fun with the group and never having the opportunity to play again. And I can always play off stream too, you know. I just want to let you guys know that too. But Mike and Hitman, they're, you know, just my mind's so. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna find out what. Oh, it's good, brother. Dang, you work kind of my schedule. Well, what I used to work. I work. Well, I don't want to get ahead of myself. But I have my interview on Monday. If I get hired, I'll be working Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Saturday, Sunday, Monday morning, 5 a.m. to 5:30. Um, I'm gonna find out the name of the file, and then I'm gonna set it up, and then yeah, I'll give a nice chill goodbye to you and Mike, and if you guys would just want to wait a minute, I usually if I can, I usually like saying, "Hey, peace out, y'all," but I like to do it with focus on you guys. Um, let me see if I can find it. What is the name of the? Well, just know this: that whatever you work, whenever you're free, and you want to game, I'm gonna work my schedule around that, and I'll see if you know. So, like, I'm not expecting you on your free time to game with me, but in the event you're off and you want to game with me, whether that's in a week, a month, or 2 months, just know that you're always welcome in the community. And me, Mike, and Hitman. Hitman's usually not here as much. Mike is always here. Mike's a good dude. Maybe if they want, and I would set this up the best I can, if all four of us can play as a team. Yeah, we'll work my schedule around you, bro. Because that's you don't know how I do things, man. That's the way we do things around here. That's the way things operate around here. We do that. Like, when I tell you we help each other out, that's not just a figure of speech. Me and this other guy, Nick. Nick's a good dude. I don't think he likes me that much anymore, but that's a long story. But he does a lot of good stuff, and like he's close friends with Mike. And there's another guy named Vic, and there he is. And they're kind of close friends. But Nick is the real deal, and I know he doesn't really like me that much. But with that being said, that's okay because he gets frustrated at what I do. But that's not a bad thing. It's nothing against him. It's me. I know. No. Why is your name Nick too? Oh, speak to the devil. No. So I was telling you about Nick, me and Nick. That's the Nick right there. Wow, that's crazy. He thought you were talking about him because his username. Hold on for 1 second. I'm uploading something. All right, that's it. Now you guys, just give me 1 second. All four of you guys, 1 second. I'm uploading something real quick. I'm trying to find out. What the fuck? How do you upload a file? Oh, there we go. One second. Okay, hold up. You guys, hold on. All four of you guys, hold on. I'm switching what I wanted to do just because I want to have all four of you guys together. I never have this many people in one stream. Hold on. Please. This is like now I'm like crazy excited just because it gets so, I don't know. Trying to do like 10 things right now. So I'm uploading a file to IMGUR so I can share it to the 7 Days to Die Discord server. Because as you can see, I'm trying to find the 7 Days to Die video or the PC game file. And one second, they're gonna tell me. Yeah, you're right. I turned it off because I was playing the game. Yeah, you're right. Do you think that's enough light, or do you think I need another light? I always debate if that light is sufficient. It is? Okay. It's funny because I know I'm not like other streamers, but I know when I see other streamers, it's always bright in their room. And I think some of it has to do with the way they paint. You know, they probably paint their walls a certain color or whatever. And if I can find this game file. So for those just wondering or lurking, I'm looking for the actual file to add to GHub. So when I go to Steam, installed files for the game, I go to browse. It takes me to a folder. It doesn't exactly take me to the. So I'm trying to see if somebody from the 7 Days to Die server would know. I'm guessing it might be this. One second. So they're responding. Come on, man. So you guys know. All right, just give me a second off for you guys, please. Okay, so I'm guessing it's probably that, but I've never seen that extension like that. DLL. And like I'm in a really good mood now, man. 'Cause now I want to tell Nick about good news in my life, even though he gets sick and tired of me. The guy says early game is weak, and the guy says, "Well, that's the game for you. Perk into combat skills, get better weapons." Oh wait, hold up. I'm an idiot, man. Man, I should have rescanned everything. Wait. Okay, it showed up in that, but not. Hold on. Hold up. That. Wait. No, that's something else. Come on, man. Dang, these people are not. Jeez, these people are not helpful at all, man. All right, 1 second, and then you guys can go. I'm gonna try something. Oh. Oh. 1 second, y'all. All right, I'm like, mind racing. 1 second, Nick. 1 second, Mike. Hitman. Devil. 1 second. That's why you're up late, Devil. That makes sense. Because, yeah, the night shift. But you're never going to be forgotten, bro. But I want to find this out because if I can bind these keys to my mouse, just give me a second. Give me a second. Please. Actually, what am I doing? Why don't I just ask? Hold up. Give me a second, please, y'all. If you don't mind me asking, what do you do, brother? I did warehouse second shift, and Nick, Nick, are you still on second shift? One, 1 second. Come on, come on, come on. Oop. What the fuck? Come on, I'm trying to do like 1 second, man. Jesus. Please do not type in all caps. What server was that? Oh, damn, I got a warning for that? 1 second, Nick, and all you guys. I'm just trying to stay focused on this to make sure I get this figured out real quick.
So it's this game, 7D launcher. All right, we figured it out. But I'm gonna get something to eat, and I'm gonna say peace out to all you guys, like a gentleman, because that's how I want to do things. Hold on, let me. Well, I'll save that. All right, 1 second. Let me minimize all this crap that I have. All right, 1 second. And I'll spend a few extra minutes because Nick dropped in. All right, we got that. We got that. One second. 1 second. Get the, trying to get everything set up. All right. One second. Mhm. All right. I want you guys to see this. So, just so you guys know, why does it not show anything? Oh, what the hell?
Why is it not showing my monitor? Showing my monitor. Okay, hold on. What's it doing here? Oh, there we go. %, at 1080. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. All right. Are you guys there? Yeah, I just want to say something, man. I just want to say, if I can get you guys' attention. I just want you guys to know, man. I really appreciate it, man. Like, I really do, and I know it's a broken record and a horse that's beat to hell, but I just want you guys to know I appreciate it. You probably told me. Did you tell me where you? Oh, you told me what shift you work. Okay, yeah, I thought you did. But I just want to say, Nick, Mike, Hitman, and Sarge. I'm gonna call you Sarge. I'm relaxed. I feel good, but I'm just kind of like overwhelmed. I'm gonna get something to eat, go to bed. I just want you guys to know I had a freaking blast. I got a lot on my mind. You worked the next few nights. That's cool. We're always here for you, Sarge. Nick. Always come in. You don't have to join Discord. You don't have to join any of that stuff. You want to message me even on like X, like Twitter or Facebook, Instagram, just saying what's up. You don't even have to do that. But just know that just saying what's up is cool, man. Like, you know, and if you say, hey, what's up, man? Hey, do you think you can try to be free? And I will, as long as I don't have to do something, meaning as long as I'm not dead or working, I'll make sure we can play. And Mike, I just want to say thanks for everything, brother. It really does mean a lot, man. Sorry for. I think I'm getting better, but for what it's worth, if I didn't have to deal with this situation that I'm dealing with now, things were gonna get. I just knew they were because I was on track, but I had a setback, so that's kind of why I'm really beating myself up about it. But I just want you to know that. I hope I get the new job. That way I can get back into my routine and I can work on not only the stream, but just work on getting better for myself. And then we can, and I know it may not seem like it, but I promise you things are a little different. Switching jobs is really one thing it's done is it's already broken up the monotony of a schedule that I had. even though I may go back on the same schedule, it's just different now. It's almost like just kind of threw a wrench in everything and kind of made me view things differently, which I'm glad. Because before it's like I had this routine, and even what I did every day was the same almost, which I like, but now it's just different. So with that being said, things are going to be different when we interact and when I play. But yeah, so just keep in touch. Sarge, let us know what's up, what you're doing. If you want to play, let us know and I will be available. I will be available. I don't have my seniority like I used to at my old job, but it doesn't matter. I'll be available. It'll be fun because that means it would give me something to look forward to. But you, Hitman, I don't know, he's probably out, but I love you, brother. And then Nick, well, you already know, man. I just want you to know I'm probably gonna have some help for Division 2. I played Descent, but I wasn't liking it. But I think I was just tired. I need to play like during the day when I'm a little more energetic. Wasn't a lot of enemies. Maybe play a different game mode, or maybe they just didn't have it set to hard or whatever. So on Monday I have an interview, but it's more like a walkthrough, like, you know, barring that I totally, bomb it and none of that show some interest, I'll get hired. So Monday, supposed to do all this stuff on Monday, drug screen, background check. Then I'm guessing by Tuesday, I'll be doing my trainings coming up on Saturday. One major difference is it's the same schedule as my last job, but I actually have Fridays off. So, well, kind of. I got to go to bed early Friday, but Saturday, Sunday, Monday, which is kind of cool. So, I'm hoping I don't have to work so much overtime every now and again. So Monday, and I'm guessing my training will start on Friday. So, but it's Monday at 9:30, and they say that's only like a half hour. So that's cool. I'm kind of excited for that. Please, all you guys, please just keep in touch, man. And I'm overwhelmed. I'm excited. I'm gonna shut my PC down, get something to eat, go to bed, wake up, shave, clean my condo up. So then on Sunday, all I can do is rest and chill. I love you guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, y'all, and yeah. Yeah, I appreciate you understanding, man. Hey, tell Hitman if he didn't hear anything, tell him I said hope he has a good week. Knit too. But and I love you guys, man. I promise it will get. I know I've been saying it a lot, but it will improve a little bit. If for instance I don't get the job, I'll let you guys know. And I don't know. I don't even want to think about that. But it's not the end of the world if I don't, so